Good day, YouTube. It is the 2nd of February 2022, which means it's 2/22. And there was something on the trailer. We were back at the car wash. You know, normally when I get a project, some of these barn finds, and they're all dirty. I don't work on them dirty. We stop the car wash before we get them home and take them back to the barn, to my barn, to work on. Something on the trailer back there isn't there. Yep, let's introduce you to the newest project that we got. Yep, so back in the day, back in 1989, February 1989, I took possession of a brand new 1986, yep, still new in the crate, 1986 Honda Goldwing. Rode it home, I think it was February 21st or something. In 1989, rode that brand new motorcycle home in the rain. Was very excited to get it. Things occurred. We joined the Goldwing Road Riders Association, became chapter director the next year for a couple of years, became district director for a few years in the early 90s. This bike here, we used to belong to a co-worker and friend of mine, and he bought it from a mutual friend and attended one of the 3 rallies, Goldwing rallies that I put on in Sisters, Oregon, last one in 1994, I believe. And he attended that rally with this motorcycle in 1994. He rode it home, put it in the barn where it sat until today. Today I brought this thing home. He called me up a week ago, and he said we were retiring, moving to Florida. I don't know what to do with the bike. Want it to go into good hands and be revived again, to run again. I thought of you. If you want it, come get it. So here we are. It is a 1985 Honda Goldwing GL1200 Aspencade. The Aspencade was the two-tone paint. Came with a factory radio, FM cassette, has the intercom, and a factory CB radio. And then most of the chrome that you see is aftermarket, like the Markland light bar, the Markland lights up here, all of this center fill stuff, these rails, luggage rack, all that is aftermarket. Accessories. This gold leaf is real gold leaf. Not my taste, but it is what it is. Sat around, you can see some rodents have had their way with it. We'll have a lot of cleaning to do. This is the onboard air compressor system for the air ride suspension. It does have the factory voltmeter and outside temperature gauge and Honda altimeter. So these are very rare, really nice little accessories. It has the little cruise control or throttle lock, as you will, and even a little boom light there. So all in all, for sitting in a barn for 20 plus years, almost 30 years, right? It's in reasonable condition. So as always, we stop at the car wash to get the gunk off of it and kind of see what we have to work with. There'll be a lot of videos on this. I don't know if I really have time to do a lot with it, but I would like to take the time to get it running. I am familiar with this. This is my 3rd GL1200. I do have some videos on my channel, the 1983 GL1100 Aspencade that I picked up for little or nothing. We got that one running. And then some folks came to me and wanted it, and I sold it before we ever rode it. But anyway, that being said, I'm going to get this thing washed. I'll take a few before photos. Then we'll take some after photos. I'll show you what it looks like cleaned up. Fairly desirable color. That's my buddy Tony. They had their names put on it at that rally that I put on again in Sisters, Oregon. Fantastic event, I must say myself. Been a long time. So let's get this thing cleaned up. We'll show you what it looks like. We'll get it to my shop. We'll try and get it unloaded The brakes are hanging up a little bit. We had to kind of winch it on, but we'll get it off and we'll decide what's next. Alright, catch you up with you in a minute. Alright, here we are back home from the car wash. Cleaned up okay. It was certainly not perfect. Didn't expect it to be. Give you a quick walk around. Some of this chrome will clean up pretty good. Some of it will clean up really good. Some of it is, got some pitting and so forth. These little louver things are plastic. They're not going to be perfect. Highway boards, Markland. Driver's boards, Markland. Wing leader or drag specialties. Driver backrest. That seat cover's got to go. I think the mice have eaten most of the good stuff off the back seat, but the original back seat is good. The back bags are good. Some of this chrome's got some issues. It'll clean up okay. Better, but not perfect. The light bar has some pitting. It'll clean up better, not perfect. Exhaust will clean up pretty good. The tires were brand new at the event that I put on in '94, and was rode home, put in the shop. So I wouldn't travel great distance on them, but we'll get her going. Looks like he's updated the license a couple times, but never did ride it. It's got the Yosemite Sam. I don't know if you can see it through my mess there. Mud flap on it. It has the LEDs out the guns, so he's like got 2 6-shooters. So I don't know if those work or not. We'll find out. Markland mid-light bars and lights and so forth. It's got a bunch of switches on it, all different colors. Yep. Went over most of this. He gave me a battery. It still has a acid separate, so might even be good. You gotta have a battery, and those are not cheap anymore. So with some polishing and detailing for an afternoon or a day or something, she'll clean up okay. The focus right now is to try to get this thing off the trailer by myself in a position to where I could work on it, and I'm really running out of room. So that'll be interesting to see what I come up with. I could almost work on it in the solar shed, but I don't think I can get it in there. It just doesn't roll easy enough right now. I will top the tires off because every little PSI of air in the tires will help to roll, but the brakes are dragging. I pretty much need to take these chrome pieces off. You can kind of beat on the calipers a little bit and free them up. Move the piston back off the pad, because as soon as somebody touches the brake lever, then it pushes fluid out and they're going to be sticky. Typically you can rebuild the calipers without buying parts. Just take them apart, clean them up, reassemble them. Done that a million times on my GL1000s. And while we're chatting, the history on the Goldwing real quick, if you're not familiar. Goldwing came out in 1975. I've had many GL1000s. 1975, 6, and 7 were basically the same color options, changed year to year. You could always get a red one, but there were others, blue and turquoise and that kind of thing. 1976 they came out with a Bicentennial limited edition. It was beautiful root beer brown metallic, had gold plated spokes, gold anodized rims, etc. All the engine assembly hardware was chrome. The engines were extra special. I had one, restored one. I traded it to Beaverton Honda, to Bob Lamphere, who was, I don't know if he's still alive, but he owned Beaverton Honda. He had a substantial motorcycle collection that you can visit in his store, and that motorcycle's on display to this day. Traded it for a Valkyrie on a Valkyrie Interstate back in what year was that? I'm trying to remember. Anyway, The bike was a 2000. It was a couple years old, so in the early 2000s, 02, 03, something like that. Must have been. Could be wrong. Anyway, I digress. The 75, 6, and 7 were basically the same. The 78, 79 were changed, possibly a longer wheelbase. The wheels got to be a two-piece aluminum style, and the gas tank got different. So a lot of changes. Then the 1100 Goldwing came out in 1980, 81, 82, and 83. The Aspencade was available in 81. I'm not sure it was available in 80. I had an 83 Aspencade. You can see a few videos on my channel. I think there's a playlist for that. The GL 1200 came out in 1984, and they were made 84, 85, 86, and 87. I bought a brand new 1986 out of the crate, 1989. We had a 1986 Honda SEI, which was special edition, fuel injected. They made a limited edition in 1985 that was like two-tone gold, very close to this color. And then the SEI came out, which was also kind of close to this color too, in an ivory pearl. A very beautiful bike. We had one of those. And the 1500 Goldwing came out in 1988. 89, I had a almost new 89. I had 3,000 miles on it when I got it. And they made the 1500 till, I'm going to get a little foggy once they get new. 95, 96, somebody will correct me there. And then the 1800 came out, and then I guess the rest they say is history. The last new touring bike I had was a Valkyrie Interstate that I just mentioned. So, guys, this is going to be a fun project. At this point, I think I might keep it. The thing settles out and runs good. It's got just a little over 44,000 miles on it. It's in pretty good condition. On a scale of 10, I'd probably give it a 7. That's probably good enough. At its day, though, she was a head turner and a looker. Probably, I recall this thing being really, really nice when they got it. But, you know, the time thing happens and things happen. So, I think we're going to end the video here, and we'll do another video when we get around to getting it running, which I'm not sure when that will be. But I will tell you, I get kind of anxious to get them running so I know what I got. So, gang, appreciate you watching. Appreciate you coming back and watching this 1985 Honda Goldwing GL 1200 Aspencade come back to life. Hit that notification bell so you know when the videos get posted. The next one you see hopefully is bringing this thing back to life and making her roar again. Guys, thanks for watching. Thumbs up on the way out. Catch you on the next video.